Hello everybody, my name is Echo Soundworks and this is my tutorial course for Native Instruments Massive, where we're going to check out how to use every knob, feature, and slider inside of the synth, and by the time you're done watching this series, you should feel like a pro using it. So in this first section, I wanted to take some time to clarify or just discuss what wavetable synthesis is. Massive is a wavetable synthesizer, so this is the foundation of understanding how to manipulate sounds inside of Native Instruments Massive. So what is wavetable synthesis? I'm going to give you two different definitions to explain this. The first one's going to be the proper scientific definition, and the second one's going to be my layman's term definition that I use to understand wavetable synthesis. So a wavetable synthesizer is going to generate musical tones by playing back a bunch of single cycle waveforms in periodic movements. So by that I mean a wavetable itself is just a bunch of single cycle waveforms. Now they don't have to be all the same waveform. You can have a blend between a square wave, a saw wave, a sine wave, whatever it may be. And as you move through that wavetable, you get a slight change in sound because it's comprised of a lot of different harmonics and a lot of different timbres. So the proper definition of wavetable synthesis is a sound synthesis technique that employs arbitrary periodic waveforms to produce musical tones. All right, so here's my definition, or the way I learned to understand wavetable synthesis. A wavetable is literally a stack, a table of a bunch of single cycle waveforms, right? We've already covered that. Well, I liken it to a flip book. I don't know if you guys ever made one of those in grade school. It's where maybe you guys made a stick figure and you start with maybe the arms are down by the side, and then on another piece of paper, a little piece of paper, his arm starts to move like an inch or so out, and it just slowly starts to move. Probably not an inch, probably smaller inches, but you get the idea. But then his arms slowly start to move, and as you flip through the pages very quick, it looks like the stick figure is moving his arms. Well, that's what a wavetable is set up to do. Now, to do that in a wavetable synth, you need to be able to move through the tables. And every wavetable synth is going to allow you to do that. It's a critical component of Massive, or any wavetable synthesizer for that instance. So right now I have a guitar pulse wavetable pulled up in Massive. And here's what it sounds like at the beginning of its wavetable, right? And watch and listen as I move this knob called a wavetable position, and just listen to how the sound changes. Okay, so this is like you flipping the pages of a flip book. This is Massive scanning through all these single cycle audio files or waveforms and starting to manipulate the sound. And I'm going to change my wavetable real quick to a hard sync because this changes drastically from its starting position to its ending position. Okay, so let's see what that actually looks like. So you could see as I moved the wavetable position knob from left to right, or 0 to 100, that the sound became much richer. It actually had a lot more frequency content in it as well, and you could hear all that happening at the same time. So that sums up this first section of the tutorial course. In the next part, we're going to be going over the layout of Massive.